Yo, what's up, everybody? It's Wednesday, June 5th. New record high in the S&P and the NASDAQ. New record high in NVIDIA. Now a 3 trillion market cap. Got a little, I was in sparring today. Got punched a couple of times pretty good in the head and the face. So I'm just seeing this right now. Anyway, let's talk. One of the reasons I like a day like today, and let me just preface this by saying, I recently, last month, I made a purchase of some real estate, and I had to liquidate a bunch of stocks in my portfolio just to raise some cash for the down payment of that real estate purchase. And I did it kind of like mid-May. And I didn't have to do it mid-May, but I thought, oh, let me just have the cash on hand just in case, the market goes down. And I liquidated to have that money available, and then the market went up. And I caught myself a couple of times saying, damn, I wish I would have waited. I would have made so much more money, like I caught myself. That's the point I want to make, because you can always do that to yourself. You can beat yourself up. And that's not a good thing to do. Okay? And I have, I guess, the advantage of years and years and years of experience. And I'm not talking about like analytical experience or anything like that, or, being a trader. I'm talking about experience, the hard knocks kind of experience. Like, I've made all the mistakes you could possibly make. Okay, so I'm able to step back and get some perspective. And I know that I lecture you guys, I tell you guys over and over and over again, every time you think that you missed out on the biggest opportunity there's ever going to be, I'm telling you this right now, there's always going to be another opportunity that comes along. And I'm especially saying this to those of you who are younger than I am. And even me at 67, I mean, if you take care of yourself and your vitality is good, I still think I got plenty of years, and there's always going to be opportunities. But I have the advantage of perspective. I catch myself when I say things like that. I'm telling you this because I don't want you to think like I have some superhuman quality. I don't. I mean, I'm the same like all of you guys. There's times when I'm beating my head against the wall or thinking about doing that because I'm thinking, oh man, I missed out on the biggest opportunity. But you know what? Opportunities are always going to come along. One of the things that helps is to get perspective, to kind of put everything in frame it in reality. Like, I remember many times in the past few years when the situation was the complete opposite of what we're seeing now. When the market was going down and everybody was freaking out and everybody was panicking, and you had every conjured up problem that you could think of. You had the yield curve inverted. You had the Fed raising interest rates. You had the Trump trade wars with China. You had COVID, right, when that thing was crashing. There were a lot of things we went through. And I could think back the most recent one in October 2022, which was, that initial reaction from when the Fed started raising interest rates. And I remember it like it was yesterday. People were panicking and they were selling, and I had subscribers telling me that, they can't take it anymore. They're liquidating out, and they were pissed off at me and canceling and telling me like I don't know what I'm talking about. And so this persisted for a little while. But as it was happening, there were things that were changing. I mean, I kept talking back then about we're going to hit an inflection point where the fiscal transfers from the rate hikes are going to offset the the discounting of financial assets because of higher rates, et cetera, et cetera. I actually had the exact day of the bottom. Nobody remembers that stuff now. I mean, nobody's talking about October 2022, and I think a lot of people who are cheering now about what the market is doing, and there is very good reason to cheer. I'm not saying there isn't, but those are a lot of people who back in October 2022, they were selling the market. Okay, maybe now that's irrelevant. You don't care. The market's going up. The Nvidia's going up. I sold out. Here's another thing. I sold out a big chunk of my Nvidia stock at 920. I'm telling you this stuff because you might say, he talks like he's always, in the profit. I sold it out at 920. It's at 1200 right now. I had a pretty decent sized position. I sold it pretty much all out. I have a couple of shares, no big deal. I'm able to sit here. The thing is, I'm able to sit here and wait patiently. Most people aren't capable of doing that. I mean, when they see what's happening now, with the market running up like crazy, and this one stock leading the market, and they're not in it, like, they feel unbelievable pressure. They also maybe feel like they want to blame somebody else or scapegoat somebody else, which is fine. I mean, in the end of the day, the responsibility, the behavior is yours, okay? What you do is yours. That's why I never say to people, like, when they say, show me your track record, because I could show you a track record. I could show you every single trade as I make it. And that doesn't mean you're going to have the same result as me, because we're all different. We all have a different risk tolerance. We all have a different level of discipline. We all have different emotional levels. We all have different levels of self-control. I can sit and wait right now. I said that the economy is slowing down. One thing I have seen is that the leading fiscal flows are picking up once again. They're re-accelerating. Now, this might be a temporary thing, but right now I see these daily flows are up 86 billion over last year. Those are the leading flows, not the net flows. The net flows are still shrinking. 86 billion over last year, and that is the biggest year-over-year differential since March 9th, okay? So that's a positive, and that's there. It's going to support stocks. It may even result in new revisions to second quarter GDP forecasts, maybe this time back up, okay? Yesterday I said I still want to see more data. Today, it's starting to look a little bit like it's coming together, but I'd still like to see a few more days of data. But in any case, I can wait patiently. A lot of people can't do that. And that's why people have a very difficult time when it comes to investing, and in particular, like financial markets. I said in the past that if the market was a person, if it was a living thing, its job, its modus operandi, its reason for existence would be to fool as many people as possible. And it would be really, really, really good at that. Very good at that. Like right now, there's a lot of people chasing this market up. I know there are. I absolutely know there are. It takes a certain kind of person to have the discipline to wait when you see things like this happening, because your brain, all you're thinking about, you're seeing those dollar signs in your head and you're thinking, damn, I missed out on that. I'm never going to see that again. Look at what's happening with Nvidia. All right? You can't chase these things. You absolutely can't chase these things. And I said yesterday or the other day, like, you really got to chill. You really got to relax when it comes to this. I used the boxing analogy. Today I wasn't very good in sparring. I got touched up pretty good. You know, I was fighting with some higher level guys, but still, it's frustrating because the path to progress is not like a linear line of ascent. It's like you go up, you go down, you go up a little bit more, you go down two, then you go up. You know, it's like, it's very jagged. In anything you try to do, if you try to master something, and especially if you try to master yourself, which is basically what all life and success comes down to, self-mastery, it's not a linear progression. I mean, sometimes you're up, sometimes you're down, sometimes you feel down in the dumps, sometimes you feel like shit, like you're not progressing. Then you come back a little bit. You know, it builds over time. I've said so many times, it's time that makes you rich, not timing. So the timing is off now. The market keeps going up. We got a tax strain coming up on June 17th. I can wait. 10 years ago, nobody ever heard of NVIDIA. Now it's NVIDIA. Okay, 10 years ago it was Intel, or it was Microsoft, or it was something else. I mean, folks, you got to put this stuff in perspective. If you're going to chase after these things, if you're going to be these headline traders, and you're going to run, you're going to jump in, you're going to jump out, you're going to chase. If you're so needy, like you need to have it right now, you need it right now. You can't wait. It's going to cut you to pieces, man. It's going to cut you to pieces. Anyway, I just wanted to bring those thoughts to you today. Let's leave it alone for now. We'll look at it tomorrow. June 17th, quarterly tax strain. Yeah, the market's running on monetarist enthusiasm about rate cuts, and by the way, Bank of Canada cut rates today. The ECB's cutting rates tomorrow. So we're in this rate cut, starting to get into this rate cut environment again. But mark my words, folks, rate cuts remove those interest income transfers. We're not going to get fast economic growth. You're going to have your opportunity. Trust me. I know a lot of you're skeptical now. You're saying, this guy, he sold me a bad bill of goods. Trust me, folks. Trust me. I've been doing this a long time. Have patience. Sit quietly. Watch it. Or don't watch it if it makes you crazy. Just take control of yourself. That's all I'm asking. Anyway, please like and subscribe if you choose to. It helps the channel. And don't forget, go to my website, pitbulleconomics.com. Sign up for a 30-day free trial of MMT Trader. See you tomorrow. Bye.